run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Let's see what he can do with the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So NC State's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred. Because it's a rivalry game, they'll keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
On the return, it's Brown. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Clemson's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Second down after that incompletion. Looking to pass, it's Klubnik. Quarterback adapting. Got a wide open receiver. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Gonna run it. It's Green. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off play action. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make them.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll try to tack on one more. Oh, and he hit it off the left upright. No good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They're bringing heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding, had a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
Looking to throw it again. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll line up to go for 2. To the air, it's Klubnik. Takes the easy completion. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply... doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They've got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Smashes through the tackle. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Scrambling away. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Starting to feel a little pressure. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
He's going to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Collins. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here. Just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. He's got his man. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Tucker. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response. Just a sack party.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Fires left. Complete downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
NC State quick to the line. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
The fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Slips through the line. And there he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Tennessee. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football match.
The update on that one, Kevin, let us know when it goes final. The give to the back. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's McCall. Getting some heat.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
And this defense is going to have its ears pinned back on 3rd and long from the 1. Pressure coming. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Returner is brought down at the 47. And your
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle.
And he's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, he missed it. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive, right?
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's going to bring it out. And the returner goes down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Back to pass, it's McCall. Throws to the wideout. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Line gets set, 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Heaves it on the run. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Looking for blockers. And the returner will be brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Coming after it. It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
On the return, it's Randall. Oh, he left him grabbing. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the DB right with him to knock it away. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of...
And he's got it inside the 35. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Byers on the move. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Clemson! And the route is on. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
To the air, it's Bailey. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. I'll find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. For the 3rd time in this game is going to be a safety. They've got a touchdown worth of safeties. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. On the move, it's Randall.
Returner is tackled out at the 43. And your Clemson Tigers will take over.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and you've got to be happy about that after missing a pair. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Tucker. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Brings up 2nd down.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. Made a defender miss. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
Now the play fake. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. And he breaks into the open. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
This guy just getting numbers. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on first and goal. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. He caught it, and he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and we love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Grimes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on second and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This defensive lineman have tense in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
That's a bad job in pass protection. I almost give the quarterback some credit because I think he knew where he was on the field. He knew he was going to get sacked for his safety. He was doing everything he could to just go down at his own 1-yard line to avoid giving up the 2 points.
He'll bring it back. It's Brown. Touchdown, Clemson! And the pummeling has started. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
The kickoff team is out there, and after giving up a punt return for the score, this offense needs to do some work. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return if the kickoff goes out of bounds. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game, one of the big matchups. run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bailey. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this, they'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Looking to scramble. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Here we go. Off the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
To throw, it's Klubnik. He caught it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Trying to barge in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Comes out throwing on first down. Finds the tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Looking for a block. It's Brown. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what a move! Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson!
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can... They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Oregon State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks awful. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 21 to Purdue. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Dropping back, it's Bailey. They're trying to get to him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for a block, it's Brown. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing.
And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. He's taking a deep shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They'll come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Used the play fake, now to throw. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many